Hello, good morning. It's July 4th, 2017. We have a beautiful sunny day, 80 degrees out, low humidity, perfect day to show you around the yard and the gardens and show you my raised bed and my water system and my solar panels. So follow me. So this spring we rebuilt all of our garden. We put in all raised beds and buckets, and we've incorporated a drip system which supplies the water to the beds without watering all the surrounding area. So what I did was I went to Home Depot and I bought wood and blocks and built beds with screws and wood. And I went to Tractor Supply and Walmart and picked up tubs and totes. And Lowe's, I got the blue totes over there. And I put everything in the garden this spring, and now it's all growing nice. So I'll show you around the garden a little bit. I've got a half-inch tubing that is supplied from my water tanks, which I'll show you later. And it has drip emitters that drip onto the plants and supply a steady stream of water to them without overwatering them. I can set the timer to come on every 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, or every day, or once a day, for as much as from anywhere from 5 minutes to 2 hours. I've been doing 15 minutes at a time, a couple of times a day. I might have to step it up with the temperature, the heat, and everything. These are my solar panels that collect the sun that goes to the charge controller, which I'll show you inside, and that powers up the batteries that run the 12-volt DC pump that's connected to the water tanks that I have. So I'll continue showing you around the garden here. We have some zucchini and summer squash and tomatoes. Right here we have green beans, potatoes, some cucumbers, and more corn over there, and some carrots, tomatoes, green beans, some broccoli I just put in the other day, and some cucumbers, bok choy, and this is our lettuce. And Missy picked the lettuce yesterday, so cut down a little bit. We're gonna keep harvesting that. We have loose leaf, and we have some romaine in there, and we've got peas on the end. And I built this, just put this plastic wire up fencing to let them climb up on. I've got a couple of tomatoes over there. Those are the ones I got at Old Sturbridge Village when they had a plant sale. They're the heirloom tomatoes, Brandywine, and they've got little tomatoes on them now. Charlotte made a flower bed out of some flowers we picked up at Walmart. She put that together, and then we have our peppers over there. So if you follow me, we can go inside and I'll show you the water tanks now. These are our water tanks. They hold 275 gallons of water each. Right now they've got about, they're pretty close to topped off from all the rain that we've had lately. So I'd say we have about 500 gallons of water stored. And I'm running a 12-volt pump, 2-inch outputs out of the bottom of the tank. Goes into a reducer and it goes into this pump, and then the pump gets wide off many times. I can either use a hose outside, or I can use this timer to do my drip emitter system. Also, I have another hose that goes over that way to a spigot that Missy uses to water her plants over on that side. That's it for the water system, and now we'll go inside and see how the pump is supplied. The water comes off of these downspouts, which I've made these temporary PVC connections, and it goes to a downspout off the rain gutter, and that goes the whole length of this. And I've also got one over on that end there, and it supplies the tank. And I've got corrugated panels here, and I collect the water off the deck, and it runs into this here and into the tank that way too. So I'll show you how we power up the pump. Follow me through the garage. So this is where we have, I brought the power in from the panels. It goes into this shut-off switch here. It gets put into this charge controller, this box right here, which takes the voltage from the panels. It takes on the DC voltage and steps it down and controls how much output is getting put into the batteries which are in this box. I can turn off the power going into the batteries with the switch here, and I've got a 150 amp fuse right here in case it got hit by lightning or blown up or anything like that. I have a monitoring device right here which tells you the charge, how many volts are going into the panel, are coming off the panel and going into the charge controller. I'm getting 74.7 volts at 0.4 amps, about 28 watts right now. It's still early in the morning, so it's not exactly full charge. At peak, I might get 300 volts coming out of the panel. 300 watts coming out of the panel. So I've got a battery bank here. I've got 4 golf cart batteries hooked in series parallel, and the output is 12 volts. And I have a vent right here that connects to this vent fan right here that I hooked in this line, and that outputs any of the gases that the batteries create and puts it outside instead of in the house. So I run the wires from the batteries into this inverter right here, and I can run a scanner or plug in my cell phone. I can run a fan if I want to run a fan, but the charge controller keeps the batteries topped off as long as there's sun on the panels, and it charges this, it supplies the voltage to the inverter. So that's about it right now, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me and ask me what certain things do. Thanks, and have a great 4th of July. Bye.